Can hardly see you on the screen though. You're not very central.
Oh well, I'm here now. I'm in the middle. So hi and welcome to the live stream for Iseries. So this is a pre-stream for Iseries FPV racing event, which is going to be held in December. So in this stream, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at all the pilots that have been announced already. So we're going to be chatting about each and every one of the pilots, having a chat to you guys, see what you think about the event, and take a load of your questions and so on. And then we're going to be announcing the last 3 pilots that are going to be attending at, in December. So the last 3 pilots that we've got of the 24 pilots that are going to be attending. So today I've got John with me over here.
Hello. Welcome to the stream.
So John's going to help me out, chatting about the pilots, just joining with the banter and the chat and so on. So let's go have a quick look at the live chat and see if you guys are chatting. And for some reason, it's not working.
Just tells me ready and waiting for chat.
I know, awful. Reload page. This doesn't usually happen, guys. We'll sort that out in a bit anyway. I can see your chat on my PC anyway, guys, so hopefully we can just use that anyway.
We'll get through the bugs for the actual event.
Do you mean testing, Anthony Hart? I don't know. We've got Brett. So Brett's watching. Brett should be on here. Brett should join us really and chat.
Yeah.
We know.
Anyone that wants to join us for a live chat, we'll bring you up on Skype and have a chat to you. And
yeah, and also if you subscribe on YouTube, you should get like an announcement at the bottom, which is just down here. That should change, but again, probably won't work. So Benjamin's here on YouTube and Facebook. So Ben's the guy that's going to be actually running the event, as in race control. Ben's well known in the UK scene for race control and shouting at people. So he'll keep everyone in order.
yeah, he's the demon. The demon race director that everybody's scared of. If you don't get your stuff right, he's on it.
He's alright if you pay him enough. You know, add some laps on and all that.
What was the last price? I think it was £5 a lap or something like that. So get in touch with him if you need some extra laps at
It
Iseries.
worked, no way. So Jake FPV is just subscribed.
I can't believe he wasn't already subscribed to you.
Well, they just they really should. So that actually works. Oh my god. It should change at the bottom, which it might do eventually. It's this stream label stuff, so it should update. So well, thanks for subscribing, Jake, even though you should have been before. So Leo's in the chat as well. So Leo joined us on the live stream for the Nationals event. Well, he's also signed up for the Iseries event, but Leo joined us there, and he did really well on the stream, even though he looked a little bit like a ghost, because he's just pasty and lives in his bedroom.
He didn't only do well on the live stream. He's the national champion. So
Ben Blackburn just subscribed. Look. Yours doesn't even fit in the subscribe box.
Do you think Ben unsubscribed just to subscribe again?
It shouldn't. I don't think it should do resubs. I don't think it works with resubs. It probably does, but this is why we're testing things. But yeah, well, cheers for subscribing, guys. And again, Ben, you should have been subscribed already.
Having words after the live stream, I think.
So let's head on in and have a look at the pilots that we have already. So on this screen we can see the pilots that are already announced. So we've got Matt Evans.
Who's that?
Who? I don't know actually. Matt Evans. Have you heard of him?
No, what's he holding?
It's a really big drone.
It looks like he struggles with maths.
Add 1. Well, I think he's got up to add 3 now. So.
Right.
Oh,
he's doing well then.
Ben got around it by making a new account.
Oh yeah, because he's Mr. Ben, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, isn't he? This is the one he uses for dodgy things, and then he's got his official account. So yeah, we've got Matt Evans, who can add 1 to most things. Timmy Trowbridge, aka Temple Claws.
We've got a little clip of Timothy, which we'll show you in a bit.
Evans is looking particularly British. Oh. Stiff upper lip and all that.
He doesn't smile.
Yeah, no smiling. We've got Alfie Mitchell, who's a great young pilot, who's been killing it in the UK scene for a while now.
And recently attended DSI, which the team that went out to DSI did quite well for the first international event that we've had a British team at.
Yeah, we're really proud of our UK pilots who went out there, and even Harry flew well. I mean,
I don't know how that happened.
No idea.
It was quite good on the live stream as well.
Yeah. So next up we've got Victor van der Elst, also known as Carbon V. He's actually in the live stream, and if he isn't in a live stream somewhere, then he should be, because he's usually trolling the hell out of any live stream. I think he's attended like most of our streams so far, at some point or another. But Victor is now is it Danish national champion?
Yeah, so he's taken the crown away from Leo.
Yeah, I think Leo got it last year, didn't he?
Yeah, went over, stole the trophy, and came home.
So is Leo got to give that trophy back now?
I don't know. Leo, can you answer that?
Yeah, Leo's in the chat. Have you got to send the trophy back, or did they just make a new one? They thought it was a lost cause. Yeah, you're never getting that back off Leo. He also lives in the middle of nowhere, so they can't even contact him. I'm surprised he's got internet to like chat.
Yeah, I say it's still on pedal power, isn't he?
Yeah, most of the world's on like fibre broadband, and he's got a dial-up. He's got
My caravan's got better internet than him.
Probably has, yeah. Belgian, you mugs. Yeah, oh right, yeah, it's Belgian, not Danish. It's close enough. It's got to be in that area. DYOR. Don't know, Ben. So then we've got Dino. So Dino's also from that part of the world. He also was flying in the national championships. I've seen some videos of him flying in that, along with Vince as well. They all flew in championships, and Andreas, or however you say it. I have no idea. It's got too many like Z's and S's in it. Andrzej Krasny. Someone will correct me.
Yeah, we're British. We can't do that.
Yeah, we're horrible with foreign names. If the name's not Jeff or Dave, then we're screwed.
Or Gary.
Yeah. So we've got Vince, who is our FPV rock star.
Yeah, we've just been watching videos of him on The Voice, singing Wonderwall, which was actually quite epic. And obviously, he wrote the song "Spin Your Prop."
Spin Your Propeller, yeah.
And that kind of went a bit viral with the drone scene.
But yeah, literally, if you go on YouTube and Google or just type in Vince Irie, all you get is videos of him on The Voice. None of his flying turns up.
You have to put Vince Ari drone to get any flying videos.
Oh, right. But his channel's really good, actually. I was doing some research into all these pilots, and he's got like something like 4,700 subscribers on YouTube, and yeah, some of his videos are really good, so you should definitely check him out. Vince, oh yeah, Ben saying Vince is so hot. I mean, definitely. He's like, if you see him on stage as well, he's got awesome presence. You should check him out, Ben. I know you will.
Be checking everyone out, Ben will.
So I need to get this right, but Andres.
So somebody write it in phonetics for Elliot.
Yeah, someone. Yeah, we need to get Victor on here because he'll be able to tell us his actual name. So I think he's actually at Drone Worlds at the minute. I've seen him flying earlier, so I was watching the live stream for Drone Worlds, and he was flying on there. So they've sent him out there to fly in that. So and he's been at a lot of international events. So if you check him out, he's actually flown loads of international events. So he's quite a well-seasoned pilot. Niels Meerdink is also competed in the Belgian national championships. Is it Belgian? We really need to get this right.
What happened to the notes?
The notes.
The notes.
They're all from the Netherlands, anyway. Most of them. We've got some really strong pilots coming in from the Netherlands.
Basically, what you're saying, anything across the channel is just all the same country. It's
it's like when Americans come to the UK and they go, yeah, Europe, that small country called Europe.
Oh no, when Americans come here, it's just London.
Have
you ever been to London? No.
They think the whole of Europe is just one country. I think that's what they think, and everything outside the UK to us is like, yeah, Europe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're all from the Netherlands sort of regions. But yeah, we've got loads of decent pilots coming from there. Shaggy FPV is also from there. DRL pilot.
Yeah, I've been watching some of the DRL episodes recently, and I've seen some of his flying. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so we've definitely got some. You got some really strong contenders from the Netherlands regions, and they're all together actually. It wasn't intentional, but Victor, Dino, Vince, Andreas, Niels, Ralph all fly together by the looks of it from the videos. So
then we've got our boy James Bowles. I know this has been said many a time before. He was he was the champion at the first national British event in 2015.
Yeah, this is when like quads just didn't fly very well at all. But yeah, he was at the national championships. He still goes on about it. You can't stop him talking about being national champion.
It's one of those, you got to remember your glory days. But no, James is. His consistency is his strongest aspect, I think. He's fast and consistent. I think that's where some people struggle, especially around the UK tracks, which are a lot tighter and technical than, tighter, technical and smaller than the majority of tracks across the pond.
So he's actually sent me... Ben sent me a list of the pilots and where they're actually from, so we can actually get this right. It doesn't phonetically spell out their names, so I'll get the names wrong still. But yeah, so what have we got? So Dino is from the Netherlands. Vince is from, if I can find him, there we go, the Netherlands. So loads of pilots from the Netherlands. Andreas is from the Netherlands.
Why have these guys not been over to the UK before? That's the big question.
It's because our events have been too small, I think. We're starting to put on a lot more bigger events now. So I think it's attracting more of the European pilots, but it's definitely good for us. It's good for them. They get good exposure from our events now, especially with the lovely live streams that I put on.
I think it'd be nice to get some more pilots over for other events.
Yeah, definitely. So Niels is from the Netherlands. They're all from the Netherlands. Yeah, I was right. The Netherlands.
So yeah, Europe is the Netherlands then, isn't it?
So it's essentially UK versus the Netherlands.
It's a grudge match.
Like, if you look through the list, it's like, I mean, we've got Victor, who's from Belgium, which is pretty much the Netherlands. But yeah. So let's have a look at slide number 2. So starting off with Chris Knight. So this year Chris Knight has been killing it in our UK events.
Yeah, he not only came, was it third at Nationals? Or second at Nationals? It was second, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Second at Nationals, but also attended the DSI event with the British team, with Alfie and Harry.
Yeah, so he's also been winning loads of other smaller events around the UK. I flew at many events with him.
Did he win the recent Killer Quads event? Wasn't it?
He won the event I went to at the Scouts up north. When I think Ben came second. He literally overtook him like about a lap before the end, and I came third, which I'm very proud of.
Getting that in there.
Just get that in there. So
where's your trophy, Elliot?
It's behind me actually. If we go to Just Faces, it's up here. Look, here's my trophy cabinet. It's not quite as big as Brett's.
Yeah, Brett's got a whole room.
Brett's parents have had to move out of the main bedroom in the house because move his trophies in.
I've just seen a message that's popped up outside of the live chat, I believe, and it's we lovingly call him Harry Hill.
Yeah.
He says Elliot's going savage.
Generally, yeah. This is no official live stream. This is the savage live stream.
This is basically what happens at every race we attend, anyway.
So yeah, our live streams aren't the most. Well, I'd say they're more entertainment than actual quality live streaming. So you have a good laugh, and I think that's important. I think other live streams probably get a bit too professional. We should probably be a bit more professional to be taken seriously, but I just think it's a lot funnier and a lot more interesting to watch us chat shit about everyone.
Isn't it a lot harder to get the British dry sense of humour across to...
Oh, the Europeans will love it. They'll totally get it. So
we're going to have death threats before the end of this.
So next up on our list is Walter Kirsch, also known as Cherry FPV. So most people have been flying his frames in the UK now. I know Leo is. Who else is flying them?
Matt's flying them.
Is Mevans flying them?
I believe so, yeah.
Ah, yeah, he is, yeah. And there's many other people that are flying the Cherry frames, so they seem to be loving that.
It's a good frame.
Victor's asked, do you want me to join? Yeah, Victor, you join in. We'll get Victor in because he can come and chat while we're going through these slides, and he'll be able to talk about the pilots better than we can. And
he'll be able to announce they'll be able to pronounce their names.
Well, yeah, and
what is it? Leo?
Leo, I don't know.
White? Sheffield. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
So we're gonna get Victor on in a minute. So Victor can come and chat about something more about all the pilots from the Netherlands, because he probably knows a lot more about them than we do. I've done a bit of research about them, but they're quite hard. It's really hard to find information about pilots on the internet, because you're literally going off like Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that, and yeah, it's difficult. So he'll be able to tell us a lot more about them. So yeah, Walter. So yeah, he's Cherry FPV. He's been travelling around a lot recently. I think I've seen a lot of stuff on his Instagram where he's been with Trappy and so on. So yeah, he was on the Team Black Sheep live lounge, and it looks like he's at Worlds at the minute as well. And he's been at DCL, and yeah, he's been travelling. Definitely.
Yeah, when do we get the private jet?
We need one.
Yeah, so we can get out to these events.
So
if someone wants to.
So yeah, we need some rich people to sponsor the stream and send us out to these places so we can talk about these pilots and so on. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go a quick overview of these pilots, and then we'll go into a bit more detail about each pilot as we go through. So we're going to get Victor on as well, so he's going to come and have a chat. Also, if Ben's around later, race control Ben. Hopefully we can get Ben on, because then Ben can chat a bit more about what he plans to do with the event running, so how we run the event and how we plan to run the rounds and what have you. So we've got Marco Matt. I don't really know a lot about Marco Matt, actually.
Yeah, I've just been searching.
Have you been frantically googling in the background?
Yeah.
What have I got? Oh, I've got something. Where's he from? I can find out where he's from. He's from Germany. So his pilot name is Villano. Sounds very Italian. Villano. So yeah, we'll find out a bit more about him later anyway. Oh wow, I've got all their phone numbers here. I might phone them up.
Isn't that like an invasion of privacy?
Nah, it'd be fine. I'll get Leo on the phone.
Basically, whoever's got wherever it's 3 o'clock in the morning, we need to call them.
Probably Korea.
Wake them up.
Well, they're probably all at Worlds, so they've all just been racing, so it's getting dark there. So next up we have John Rogers. So John
Smoky FPV.
Yeah, Smoky FPV. He's also been doing really well in races this year, but he's just had a baby, so hopefully that will slow him down.
Yeah, that's what happened to the rest of us. So fingers crossed.
We all had kids, and it slowed us down. We're just waiting for Banny to get a girlfriend, and then that would definitely slow him down. But Banny hasn't been at many UK races this year.
Yeah, I've not seen him.
I think I've seen him once, maybe. I don't know. Was he at Western? He wasn't even at Western, was he?
No, he wasn't at Western. He's a superstar rock star now, so he's hopefully as the UK events get bigger, we can bring back some of the talent that has gone elsewhere, which would be nice. So
let's just quickly run through the rest of these pilots. We've got Bastian Hackle. So he has been flying in I think is it DR? No, he was definitely in D1 of the drone racing leagues.
Which one?
It's not drone. It's a DA. I can't remember it now.
Was it the Red Bull one?
He was definitely in the Red Bull one. It says DRL pilot here, but I might have got that wrong. DCL, I think. He was in DCL. We can help us out in the chat, by the way.
They want to see us crash and burn.
DCL, yeah. So he flew in 2 races of DCL. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've seen him. Definitely seen him on the DCL website.
And he's in the sports. I've got him on FPV Crew Skiermark, Black Sheep Squad, Drone Racing Team Croatia. There's a lot on here. Next Blades, Infinity Spin, iRaids. Yeah. So I'm just stalking everyone on Facebook now.
Yeah, well, that's basically how we're going to find out information about people. We're going to do that live in a bit, by the way. So that should be cool. So yeah, he's from Austria. So we've got some really, really good pilots coming in from Europe. So it'd be nice to see how they compete against some of the top guys in our country, because there's probably about 3 or 4 people that attend like international events out of the UK pilots, but we have got some really, really good talent, some homegrown talent. It'd be interesting to see how they stack up against some of these other people. Definitely.
Yeah, just trawling through some of the YouTube channels and looking at our guys that we know quite well and trying to compare style of flying. And it'd be quite interesting to see.
Yeah, so the next,
what advantages they'll get.
Yeah, so the next guy up is Leo Whitfield, and he's won a lot of events this year, including our event, which he's got the trophy for in this little picture, which me and John spent a long time making. So we like handmade all these trophies. I say handmade. I 3D printed the bases. He made,
and I CNC'd it.
but they
let the computer do the work.
They turned out so well.
I was watching one of Leo's videos earlier, actually, practicing, and looking at his consistency and his speed. It's just another level nowadays.
Oh, Leo's so fast, especially with the move to 6S. He's like ridiculously consistent now with it.
Yeah, I remember spotting for him at Weston Park. Unfortunately, lost out to that, but his last run was I believe the fastest run of the day, and it was just his consistency that had lacked at that event. And he's put in the work between Western and Nationals, and he's come away with the Nationals win.
Yeah, Nationals champion.
Fully deserves it.
Jab coming in with Leo, the British champ, and Jab saying, obviously pointing out that Jab was like a former champion. So, and this is proof that Jab always goes on about being national champion. So yeah, we've got Jab on YouTube coming through with the comments saying that Leo, British champion this year, and well deserved. He flew like a demon all day, like so fast. It's about learning the track very quickly, and that's what he did. And
it wasn't just that. We had adverse conditions. The wind was, compared to 2017, where we had constant 50-mile-an-hour wind, we had gusts this year, so the likelihood of being knocked off course was a lot higher. And they, to be fair, all 6 finalists in that final round did so well controlling their quads. And but Leo definitely deserves that win.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and get Victor in on the chat now. Let's see if you carry on talking, John, and I'll. So if you want to talk about, well, we've got Dennis Menemer. Like, there's people saying in the chat we've got to watch out for Dennis because he's fast, and he did really well in the national championships that they had. I've seen a couple of videos of races that he'd won or come top 3. So the consistency looks really good. So we'll take a look at him.
FPV.
Yeah, drone FPV. Yeah.
There's not much on. Obviously, it's difficult to see, but yeah. So looking at the Dutch National session, he was almost 10 seconds ahead of Sir Crashalot.
So Sir Crashalot is the guy I can't pronounce. What was his name?
Yes, you've got Sir Crash-a-Lot and Neil's FPV.
Nah, the Andreas Krasny is Sir Crash-a-Lot.
And then you've got Shaggy.
Yeah.
All of those three were all within. So one was 127, the other was 127 as well. The Shaggy FPV was 130, but Dennis was 118.9. So there was a massive difference in times in that result. So it's definitely one to watch for. Just looking at the track designs, and it does look like a lot of people have started to move over to much smaller, tighter tracks. Obviously,
so we've got Victor. We've got Victor in the house.
What up, guys?
Yo. Thanks for joining us. So
Good afternoon.
I can add you to our chat actually. So guest chat. Hopefully you've come through. So if you give me 2 secs, we'll get Victor in to talk to us because he has got a webcam as well. There he is. We've got him.
Live on stream.
So we pulled Victor in. So thanks for joining us, Victor. So you're going to know a lot about these pilots from the Netherlands because so you've flown with them all before. So that's going to help us out a bunch. So let's quickly go over. Not racing screen, not just me.
Yeah, Elliot.
Oh, we'll get there eventually. Pilot round. Here we go. So Victor, Dino. What? Say you've probably flown with all these guys before. Dino, Vince. And how do you say Andreas' name? Is it Andreas?
It's Andrei Krasny.
Andrei Krasny.
Andrei Krasny.
Yeah, if you just say Andrei, it's fine with him.
We'll go Andrei. Yeah, that's a lot easier. Niels, we've got Ralph. So you've actually flown with all these guys. So I don't know. What do you think about all these pilots?
Well, all of them are pretty fast for sure. Dino and Ralph have obviously made it into DRL, so I think that says enough for them. And then Niels Meerlink actually became Dutch national champion last weekend. So he's one of the fast guys. He got 4th place at the IDRA in Groningen as well, where I was at. And then Andrei Krasny, he's one of the basic guys, the consistent guys.
1 sec. I don't think we can actually hear you on this screen, so you might have to say that again.
Yeah, would you like to repeat that in exactly the same way you just did?
What I'll do is I'll add you to all the scenes so we don't lose you out. So yeah, so carry on.
So you have to restart from the beginning?
Yeah, go from the beginning.
Alright, so for Dino and Ralph, as I said, they both made it to DRL. I think that says enough for them. Really fast pilots. It does, however, influence the flying because they are now training every time with their DRL racers. But the season is over, so they've probably trained more than enough again with their normal quads to go and do some damage at Iseries.
So do you find when they're flying, they're dearer? Because obviously you fly with them. We fly with Matt Evans quite regularly. And he does a lot of practice with the DRL quad. Do you find that their style changes? Because obviously it's quite a big quad and it's quite heavy.
Yeah, it's true actually. Well, Shaggy Ralph has always a very consistent guy that's always on his lines. He always managed to find a perfect line from the first round, and that hasn't changed with the DRL. But Dino, however, he's a very punchy, fast guy, always on the throttle, always up and down with the throttle, and that has changed a little since DRL. He's became more easy on his sticks, which you have to do in DRL, or so I heard.
So yeah, we just got some audio issues which I'm trying to fix at the minute. But yeah, echo. I don't know why we've got echo. that should have fixed it. Hopefully, I've muted something. So just let me know if that's actually fixed the audio issues, guys.
Yeah. Brett saying it's fixed. I can see the chat now.
Yeah.
What up, everyone?
So yeah, so what do you think about like racing against like our pilots? Have you seen much of our pilots? I know you've probably met Leo and.
No, I've never met Leo actually. The only ones I've flown with are Brett Collis, Timothy Trowbridge, but I was always at DCL, so no proper racing actually.
Yeah, DCL's quite different really to the sort of racing that we usually do. It seems very sort of just all out, sort of fast racing.
Yeah, you go balls to the wall, and if you crash, you crash.
It'll be totally different because also it's a small indoor track, tight and technical. Yeah, DCL is just punching it and keeping your line as straight as possible.
So it would be a change for the UK because we've usually had so the last few I-Series, the first and the second main I-Series that was at the NEC, both of them had the first one had metal corrugated gates. Then the second one at the drone show, that was metal corrugated gates again, which I believe Brett Collis designed the track for that one. Thanks, Brett. And the last few have been solid metal gates, so it's been really punishing. But Ben's bringing in these inflatable gates, which are much bigger. So it'd be interesting to see how the UK pilots handle that, because not a lot of us have had any dealings with them.
That's cool. The last IDRA races I was at was always with these inflatables. They are a little easier on your quad, that's for sure. But you kind of bounce off them, and I've had it happen at Groningen. You bounce off one of the inflatable gates and then bounce straight into a wall, and it'll still destroy your quad.
So hopefully we'll see some explosions.
I guess that's a given.
I don't know how many walls are going to be. It's usually netting at the NEC.
Yeah, the majority of it's depending on where it is in the NEC. We had at the first one we had an entire hall, and so we had the walls as well as netting. But the last few ones, it's all been netted off. So if you crash, you get stuck in a net, or you slam into the floor and do damage that way. It's pretty unforgiving regardless of what you hit.
Yeah, it's I mean, me and John have flown. We've flown in the last I-Series, so we've had I-Series for 3 years now. A lot of it's not been quite as big as what it's going to be now. So they've wanted to make it a little bit more of like an invite event and make it sort of a showcase event in the UK. But it's great to have the guys from Europe coming over. That's awesome. And it's great exposure for you guys. Great exposure for UK racing.
Yeah, we had the first I-Series in 2016, which was there was 24 of us, and that was definitely a bit of a showcase at the Insomnia Festival, the gaming festival there, and that for a lot of us that went to that was probably one of the best events we've ever been to, and I think that was the last time we had some serious cash behind it, and this time it's got some serious cash for a UK event anyway. Compared to abroad, it might not seem much, but yeah, it's great to have the support behind it, definitely.
Sure, I mean, it looks like it'll be one awesome event. I mean, the pilot lists are crazy, to say the least. Will also be awesome to be able to actually measure the rest of the Europe versus the UK. I mean, we haven't had much chances like these. I think Ibiza, I wasn't there. There were a lot of UK pilots and European pilots.
Yeah, definitely. It got a bit trashed though, didn't it?
Yeah, Ibiza was a bit of a write-off in the end, wasn't it? Although the event could have been amazing if they didn't get blown away.
Yeah, that would have been good. It would have been a really good event. I mean, it had a really, really good track, but everything just got trashed. I don't think they managed to save anything from it. All the gates got bent, all the flags got bent, all the equipment just got destroyed, tents, just everything. By the looks of it, it was a bit of a wipeout.
Damn.
So we've got, who have we got next? So we've discussed Dennis, and we've got Gucci,
So let's
Adam Gooch.
we can get them. We can get them all.
Dennis is real trouble. Dennis is dangerous.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. Now,
Yeah, for sure.
so with you guys, what sort of tracks do you fly compared to, say, a UK? Have you seen many UK tracks?
I've seen the live stream was the last live stream you did, Elliot, was from the British Nationals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
British Nationals. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the tracks are pretty similar here, especially in the Netherlands. They're big tracks, but a lot of technical parts in them.
Yeah, well, the ones I saw on the videos looked quite big, yeah, but like quite technical. Where our tracks tend to be, say, maybe like half a football pitch big or something like that. So we tend to have really like quite small tracks, really, from what I've seen from other events.
Yeah, I enjoy the small tracks. I mean, I know most of the American events and the German ones as well are pretty big and open tracks. But this will be indoors because it will be pretty small technical one.
I don't think it's going to be massive, but yeah, it should be quite small, quite technical.
Surprising how quick the guys can get the quads up to in such a small space, especially when they find that line.
Oh, it's
I know.
great! It's great to watch.
Last year's Iseries was probably the smallest we've ever had, even compared to when it was in Nottingham. And yeah, that was probably one of the smallest we've ever had, and the speeds that the guys were getting up to was insane, considering the space that they had.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Ben's saying check your messages.
Harry wants to show us the clip of Timothy.
Can you add me to
Yeah.
the call? I can add Ben. Yeah. So we're gonna add Ben in. He's got no cam.
Damn
What
it,
a
Ben.
noob!
Yeah, well, Ben's like. Ben needs a camera. He's got.
I even switched to my laptop so I would have a webcam.
There you go. Northern Monkey. So yeah, we'll get him in. Let's get him in. This might destroy my internet. You know? Who cares? So who was next on the list?
So we have Adam Gooch.
Yeah, let's have a chat about
He
him.
was in the what play? I can't remember where he came at Nationals. Was it fourth? He was in the top six. I know he was in the top six. Gucci has, from the events that I've seen him at this year, he's actually had a bit of a rough year, and it seems to have all come together at Nationals. And it's probably the best I've ever seen him fly, and he just seemed really comfortable. And I think when he gets comfortable, he becomes super consistent. He's also someone that's been at Iseries. I can't remember if it was at 2016, but I've seen him at all the other Iseries events, and so he's used to being close quarters indoors, and he always seems to do quite well in these tight events. Plus, when you see Gucci at an event, if you don't get a hug off him, you know, it's not worth going to the event.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. And yeah, we have got some like a great sort of group of pilots in our country. It's really nice to go to races and just chill out and fly with people. It's why I love going to our events. Hopefully, I called the right person there.
Otherwise, there's a really confused guy listening on the other end.
3 or 4 in call. I don't know. I mean, Ben definitely has a webcam because I use it at events for a second camera. So He's lying to us. He just doesn't want to show us his
I
face.
think Antenna's stream is failing. I see it buffering the whole time. I'm really seeing so as well.
It should be alright. It's saying it's okay my end. It has indeed destroyed your internet. Oh no. It's because he's from the north and he's got steam powered internet. It says
that's the problem. They've got signal far down south and steam up north. You should be in the Midlands with the rest of us. You know where the real outlets are.
Luckily, Victor, Birmingham is in the middle of our country, so we've got power, electricity, internet, and stuff like that. So we should be all right. Like the further south you go, you don't get any internet or phone signal or power. And the further,
whenever we try to tell the guy about the event down south, we have to light signal fire from the highest, and usually we get a reply within 6 weeks. So this is the majority.
What do you
of
call
our events.
south? It's London is south already.
London is
South.
London is really south for us.
Yeah.
Yo.
Well, not massively.
Or the monkey has joined.
Has he joined? We should be able to hear Ben then.
Can you hear me?
I can hear Ben. Yeah.
I can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Yo.
How's it
So
going?
have you got Ben's audio on the stream, Elliot?
I've got Ben's audio. Yeah, it all comes through your audio for some reason. So.
Fair enough.
Hi Ben. So Ben is going to be race control for the event.
That's
Race
right.
director.
Race director. So
I'll
how do you feel about wrangling all these like European pilots? So you're going to have to learn like different languages, or?
No. When I'm working on the pilot pack now, and I think one of the things that will be in it is you need to understand what I'm saying. So
From the moment I get on the event, the only language I'll be able to speak is French.
Oh, that's
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So
You know, there are going to be obviously different pilots from different countries that speak different languages. English is international standard, and that's what I speak. So you need to be able to understand what I'm saying.
yeah, but you speak Northern English, which is just like a different language to like Midlands English. So.
Yeah, there's like 17 different languages in the UK, and they're all English.
Yeah. Don't think my accent's that bad. It's not proper
Just
northern.
you'll have your ban hammer with you anyway, so they'll understand the hammer.
Yeah.
So also Ben's going to be providing the track. Like your faces keep getting smaller on the stream. I don't know whether that's because the quality's like dropping. You just keep shrinking. Stop getting smaller.
I can see the stream again on my
It's
end.
it's not us, Elliot. It's just you getting further away.
So yeah, the gates arrived yesterday. Blew a few up in the garden. Make sure they didn't have any holes in them.
So Ben's been annoying his neighbours with all the blow up track.
Yeah, it's like DCL in a cul-de-sac.
That's basically what it will be at Iseries, isn't it?
Yeah. You were talking before about the size of the track. It's not actually going to be that small, I don't think.
Is it not? I don't
Well,
really know.
it's 60 meters long. That's the space.
So is it half a hall at the NEC then?
No, I don't think it's quite half a hole, but it's 60 by 30. The space is. So obviously it's going to be a long track.
That's similar to 2016, I believe. It wasn't very wide, but it was quite a long area.
So I've been looking at the floor plan, and we're putting all the pilots and pits and everything on the short side of a rectangle on the right hand side as you look at it, and the track will obviously go down from that, trying to keep the pilots maybe 10-15 meters away from the entire track, so we don't have any video issues or less video issues. Richard Rowlands designed the track. He sent me a sketch this morning. I've had a look at it and made a few tweaks, and it looks pretty good. It looks fast as well.
I think that's what we want to see. We've seen all the technical tracks at Iseries, and we definitely want to see some speed.
I've actually seen a little preview of the track as well. So I mean, I'm under NDA, so I can't talk about any of the elements in it. But I have seen a preview of the track.
Yeah, there's a couple of height changes, elevation changes. But yeah, it looks fast. Should be good.
It does look quite a fast track until we get it there, and it's like we've got to fit it into like a 30 by 30 metre square.
Yeah, no, it's a bigger space than we usually have. So I'm led to believe.
Yeah, last year was tight. It was tight.
So Ben, you ran last year's iSeries final. Your gates compared to the gates that we were using, not obviously the material, but the size-wise, to give guys an idea, are they bigger, smaller?
I'd say about the same.
So you've got the
Probably a bit wider. The arch gates are 2.5 meters wide. Is that internal measurement? Yeah, I think it's internal measurement. I can check that if you want. I think they're 2.5 meters wide inside, 1.75 meters tall inside. Measurements at the opening.
Victor's typing is like ridiculously loud.
Yeah, I can just hear it in my ears.
You see his hands get closer to the camera and go like that.
I have a Dell XPS and the camera is in the bottom of the screen and not on top. That's how I see my hands.
What?
But I thought I was using the microphone for my earbuds. So maybe something's gone wrong there.
Yeah, I don't think you are. You might be.
I won't type anymore then.
I'm not telling you off, Victor, but you know. I've made you guys bigger as well, but if the stream quality goes up, then you're just going to go massive, I think. But we'll see.
Yeah, so just checking the drawings. So there's the overall size of a standard gate is 3.3 meters wide. However, that's not the opening size. The opening size is 2.5 wide by 1.75 tall. And then you've got your door gates, which are like 2 squares. And they're 3.8 meters tall in total. And the openings on them are 1.5 tall, 2.5.
That's pretty big.
That's quite a similar size to what we were flying last year. Then, really, in terms of it just doesn't explode when you hit them.
But they were made out of metal last year.
Yeah,
they're just a bit wider. So with having more space there and a bit of wider openings on the gates should allow for overtaking and things. Shouldn't have to hold back too much.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people mentioned about previous iSeries tracks, was because the gates were so solid. You'd struggle if you were offline to overtake. So overtaking I think last year there was 1 or 2 places you could safely overtake. If you risked it through the gate, you were more likely going to get taken out and end up in bin bag of shame.
It really was like that. It was like, oh, I'm going to carry all my quads home in, bin bags. Just like, go pick up the pieces.
So standard equipment was a broom.
I remember Blakey, like, in our team race, he really built a quad in between races, and Ben was running races. It was ridiculous. We were running races every about half an hour or something. So he literally rebuilt his quad within that amount of time because he'd run out. He did then hit the roof and then hit the floor and then hit the gates, and then his quads were no more. But he tried.
Yeah, we gave him a free frame after that, didn't we? Not that they paid for the rest of it, but
well, So the last pilot is Rob Sexton, and he's all on his own.
We haven't gone through the other pilots, Elliot.
We have, haven't we?
We got up to Gucci.
Oh, we got up to
we didn't
Gooch.
talk. We've not talked about Brent.
We don't need to talk about Brett really.
It's Brent.
Brent Collins.
Brent Collins.
Brent Collins, yeah. So Brett is quite well known, I think, for his fantastic interview skills.
So he's come off the back of a
And
DCL
best
win.
champagne taker.
Oh, he loves taking champagne in the face.
He likes a good facial, doesn't he?
No, that was in the hotel afterwards, surely.
Yeah. So Brett is part of the DCL champions X-Blades team. From what I've seen at the DCL, he's been pretty damn consistent and incredibly quick. Whether that will translate to Iseries will be different because he's been flying much larger quads and a different style of flying. So he is usually pretty damn fast. So I think he's a shoo-in.
It's definitely the most consistent pilot in the UK.
And he does have the most experience with international races.
Yeah.
However, as
And
you
the
say,
stress.
he's focused on DCL a lot, so he might be a bit rusty with his 350 gram 5-inch.
Yeah, this is it. I think the guys like the DRL pilots that have come off the back of the DRL season, Brett with the DCL quads, it's a weight difference, so it'll be a different style of flying, but he's won I-Series before, and in definitely tighter conditions from the sounds of it. So it's
he's won a lot of events this year. Again, a lot of the smaller events.
Yeah, I have him down in the top 3.
yeah. I think I've got a list of my top 4 pilots, and Brett's definitely one of them. Leo being another, and
well, we can't really talk about the other 3 yet.
I've not talked about them yet. No.
I have a hunch.
You have a what?
I have an idea. The other ones are that we can't talk about yet.
I'm pretty sure you know who they are because you're in a group with them.
Oh yeah.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, though. Not all of them, though.
Yeah, so we had. Are we announcing the pilot that dropped out as well?
Well, we can say Duncan because he's
Yeah.
already announced himself on Facebook as dropping out quite publicly. But yeah, unfortunately, Duncan couldn't join us. So I did some research on Duncan, and he's insane with the 3D helis. I looked at some of the 3D heli videos, and it was like, shit. He can really fly them, fly the helis, and planes as well. So, but yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't join us. So I've had to do some photoshopping this morning, which I really didn't want to do.
Literally 20 minutes before the live stream, you mean?
Yeah, like that. No, they've changed the pilot. So yeah, this screen here will announce the last 3 pilots, which we're going to announce in a minute, after Rob Saxton, of course, because
You've missed another pilot. You've missed the Korean.
we
Park.
don't need
He's too keen. He just wants to get to the end of the stream.
Oh no, I don't. We've got loads of
Yeah,
content.
Sunji Park. I was watching a video of him earlier. He's a KDRA pilot, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Coming all the way from Korea.
He seems pretty consistent from the videos I watched. Consistently fast as well. So it's going to be a challenge whether the British pilots can stand up against this. I think they can, but yeah, there's definitely some fierce competition coming through.
Yeah, I've seen. Well, looking at the Korean racing, all their tracks seem massive, really, really big. So a lot of it's a lot of straight line speed and corners, straight line speed, corners. I mean, they've got the odd technical elements, but yeah, they seem to have big tracks.
Yeah,
that's
correct.
I think the testing point will be being indoors, because a lot of people, although the tracks might be a similar size to what we might have outdoors, it's when you add a roof to something and a wall, it becomes a totally different place to fly, and the video changes dramatically. So it's dealing with the video. I know Clearview does quite well. I've not seen rapid fire's capability in the NEC. The NEC is a place unto its own.
It's just a
when it
big
comes to the video
metal
quality.
shed, essentially.
Yeah, and the multipathing in that place can make or break a pilot, because you might be the fastest pilot in the country or the world, but if you can't deal with multipathing that you get in there, you're going to struggle.
Yeah, definitely. We struggled a little bit last year with multipathing, and we're at the gaming event, so we were part of Insomnia, which is like a massive gaming event. So literally people like bring their computers. So instead of gaming in their bedroom, they'll bring their computers into the NEC, line them all up, and they had a massive hall full of like people gaming, basically, essentially. And they did it all night, and I think that's why it's called Insomnia. Hence the name.
Yeah.
But there was the Wi-Fi in there was just unreal. Like every stand had a Wi-Fi router. There's so many PCs just like on Wi-Fi, and I think a lot of them were connected to the network manually. But like we had some issues last year, but it should.
So we had a sort of thing.
There's probably going to be similar issues this year. It's just something you can't avoid in a building like that. With
I mean, we've got people running Crossfire though, haven't we?
Yeah, I think a lot of pilots will be running Crossfire, but when you're flying in a metal building and you've got all the other stalls and things there, I think there will be some video issues. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
I think you've reduced as much as you can that risk anyway by having a 4-pilot race. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, we'll be checking with our Sea Explorer, etc., to see which are the clearest channels. We'll also be doing a little test the day before with 4 pilots that are not competing to make sure everything's going to work fine, and calibrating the timing system and things, because I've not used that inside yet, the immersion RF. So we're doing everything we can. The pilots, we're leaving it down to the pilots to be in charge of receiving their own video signal. So if they want to bring their Clearviews or their rapid fires, etc., that's down to them.
Are you providing any, or it's just
No.
really?
No, it's down to you guys to bring and receive your own video signal.
What will you be in for the live stream? Or will there not be any FPV feeds?
Just a standard F632, I think, Elliot.
Yeah, I've got it here. Look.
Yeah, we'll probably reduce it down to a single patch to reduce the likelihood of multipathing on it. Other than that, we'll be getting your video. If you've got terrible video, we'll see it.
Yeah,
Nice.
so hopefully I'm working on the system to try and get it less drop outy, because for some reason with the DVRs it doesn't go to static, so it just drops to like a black screen. So I am working on ways to stop that, and I've got some stuff I've been working on, so hopefully it should work a little bit better.
Or, I mean, ask DJI to provide the same systems as they had in FAI.
Yeah, well, that was something I did think about actually. What frequency are they working off? Are they working off
2.4.
2.4? Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's required to run Crossfire.
It depends on how Ben would feel about making pilots mount DJI kit to their drones, but for the live stream and for us, it would be an awesome asset, really.
Yeah, it's too soon to do that now. We've got 4 weeks left.
Loads of time,
To
Ben.
get, where's the money coming from to pay for it all?
Yeah, well, I thought you were paying for it, Ben.
No, Leo's rich. He'll pay for it.
When the membership's renewed for the British Drone Racing Association, we might have some funds there.
Yeah, but you got to rebuild the castle.
Oh, Anthony is asking how you'll deal with the stalls that are selling drones and will inevitably fire up a quad whilst we're racing.
We'll use the hammer.
It's
It's 5 kilogram. There's 38-inch shaft, big yellow fiberglass one.
Are you talking about your hammer now, Ben?
Yeah. Obviously, I have my own video recording capabilities, as well as Elliot having one to do the live stream completely independent. If there are any issues where something powers up, for example, and I receive that on my system, then obviously there'll be circumstances where that pilot gets to race again.
Seems fair.
It's just one of the things, because it's at an exhibition. It's not going to be avoided. We try and keep it to a minimum. Educate the people that are,
There's a whole technology event going on, right?
That's right. It's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the tech show live, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when I'm knocked out on Saturday, I have the whole Sunday to visit the event.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
You have to give your wristband back on Saturday night, so we can get you a ticket for half price, probably.
Oh, that's savage, Ben. We've already bought you a flight back Saturday night, so.
Yeah, regarding the format, I'm still thinking about that. I'm not 100% decided on what the format will be. I do have an idea. I'm probably going to run it through by all the pilots later today. Got various options. Obviously, get some feedback off you guys.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want feedback off me, don't you? I mean,
No.
being UK #1 pilot.
I'll be discussing it with the Iseries pilots. But yeah, one of the ideas was to do round robin. That's where everyone flies everyone. So, for example, pilots A, B, C, and D will race, and then E, F, G, H, and so on and so on and so on. And then in the next round, you'll fly 3 different pilots, and each of those pilots that you're flying wouldn't have raced each other also. So you keep going through that system until everybody has raced everybody. Possibly that would be done for points. You receive points based on your position in the race. And then obviously after...
I think John's gone for a piss.
Yeah.
But that would be only
should've
for
muted his
qualifying,
microphone.
right?
No, that works out at 8 rounds.
Okay, so that's the whole event then, actually.
That may not necessarily be the end of the qualifying either. I was talking to some of the other organisers this morning. We certainly want to have a round as well where we have GoPro cameras.
So
We're not enforcing pilots to use a GoPro, but we do want to get some footage from the event. So if you haven't got one and you don't want to use one for a race, you just have to carry the dummy weight. So what we want to do is, like the last race on the Saturday, when everyone's got pretty good at the course, is everyone to get a GoPro on and we get some footage.
Yeah, you can also just do it on Sunday. I mean, there's always people who want to volunteer for a GoPro run. In the Netherlands, they just do it at the end of the race. They have fly.
Well, we want to do it on the Saturday. So if it's not mandatory that everyone has to race, then the people that are volunteering actually get to fly more than the others. So it's probably best to just make it so everyone has to do it.
Yeah, well, in that case, it's better to make everyone do it.
Yeah, and it's just optional whether you want to use a GoPro or if you want to carry a dummy weight.
yeah, well,
So
that sounds good.
we're putting the pilot pack together this week. Like I said, not 100% on the format. I'll run some ideas by the pilots in the group, and we'll see what we come up with. See, I'll get some feedback on that format. See if they want to go forward with that. Just obviously want to keep everyone happy. Don't you all come in and saying, well, format was crap. Discuss it first, and if you all agree, then we'll go with that. And if not, we'll come up with something else.
Yeah, Ben's pretty flexible.
Awesome.
Ben's pretty flexible with our races and always tries to bring something different.
Yeah. Obviously, the knockouts will be multiple rounds. It's not going to be any one bad crash takes you out of the competition. Always do multiple rounds, as many as possible. One of the formats we did in a previous series was we basically had X amount of pilots into the finals, and then we ran 3 rounds for those pilots, and then the bottom 4 dropped out. So we went, say for example, from 16 to 12 pilots. Then we ran another 3 rounds, started fresh with points, laps and things, and then lost another 4 and another 4 and so on until you get to your finalist. So that's one option. Or we could do like a double
run the final
elimination.
multiple times.
Yeah, we the last race I did was British Championships. Actually, that was 3 finals. Leo actually won that. He lost his first race, got 0 points, and came back from losing that first race to be in the UK champ in the preceding races. The one before that was Western Park, where we ran it 5 times. I thought that was a bit too much, to be honest.
Yeah, Gary was a clear winner way before the 5 rounds, wasn't it?
I think Gary won it after 1 race, pretty much, didn't he?
Oh, that was ridiculous.
It just dragged on a bit with 5. So yeah, throughout the whole of the qualifying and the knockout stages, it will be multiple rounds. Don't want anyone going out through bad luck or somebody taking them out or prop being on backwards. You're always going to have extra chances.
Yeah, it rewards the consistency side of things, not just the speed, because anyone can have a super fast round.
Oh, he's gonna get his Flight 1 cap in there.
You need to make them sponsors happy.
It's all about the merchandise.
Oh, John. I should have had my Hornets mug ready. So, shall we get back to announcing these pilots? Because, I mean, we've been streaming for like an hour and 15 minutes now, so I think we've kept the people waiting long enough.
Yeah, so you've got Saxton, haven't you? Was
Well,
the
we've
next
got Rob,
one.
yeah. We've got Lonely Rob, who is going to keep like moving around.
So when Rob came onto the scene, was he... I think the first time I met him was at Western Park, 2017. Had he been flying sims only and came off the back of basically just flying sims?
Well, he was living in Ireland, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Which is probably why you didn't see him at many UK events. So he's racing and living in Ireland. And then he was coming over for the occasional big event like Western Park, as far as I understand it. Obviously now he's left Ireland and he's moved back to the UK because he is English, British. He's not a native Irishman.
I know, he doesn't sound like a native Irishman.
See, he's got a little bit in him because he's lived there. He's got a little bit in him.
Yeah, so Rob is a super talented pilot. Again, he turned up to our races, well, like sort of like the UK race scene, and he's does so well in the events.
He was in the top 6 at nationals as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. So the top 6 pilots got invited automatically to Iseries at the British
top
Championships.
6?
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to this blank round.
Some exciting music first.
Have you got a soundboard yet, Elliot?
No, I didn't have time.
We need the horn. Yeah, you'll have to do the sound effect.
So the first of the last 3 pilots that we're going to announce is going to be Mr. Luke Bannister. So Banny UK.
Who is this guy?
I don't know actually. It's just some little kid, I think.
Wasn't he like the 11-year-old that won the World Grand Prix?
Yeah, something like that.
Or was he 18 or 12 or
That was a
16?
while ago.
I don't know. His age changes every time he's reported on.
Yeah, I don't know how I would have
I think it was 15.
All
He
right.
was 15. Right.
So now he's driving and stuff
15.
like that.
I think-
It's quite scary.
It's quite scary, yeah.
He's
Yeah, it's definitely
18
quite
now,
scary.
isn't he?
Is he 18 now? All right. So
Yeah, 'cause it was 20. Was it beginning of 2016? The Drone World Prix.
yeah, it was like March time because I'm sure it was
Yeah.
around my birthday. And I would
Yeah.
like to have gone, but Dubai is a little bit far on a plane. And it would have been expensive, but yeah, I'd have liked to have gone to that event. It looked quite a good event. But I say Next Blades pilot. He's part of the DCL team as well, which won this year. But I haven't seen much of him this year in the UK racing scene. He's been too busy. So it'd be nice to see him in the UK.
Exams
race.
and things.
Yeah, because for exams and what have you, finishing all that. So. Has he finished? He must have finished now.
Yeah, I think he's back on it now, so should see a bit more of him hopefully.
So yeah, he's been he was in the other drone racing one in the DHL event.
Is it the DR1?
DR1, yeah. Which they're racing bigger drones now, which I only just realised, but you know.
I think they have an X class round, don't they?
Yeah.
The one thing about Luke is it does seem whatever discipline of drone racing he lends his hand to, he seems to be quite dominant in it. So he seems to adjust quite quickly, and I think that's just because he's so young, and he's basically from the very first time he was flying, he was a champion in the making anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all of our events. I mean, looking back to like 2015 when all our events sort of started, he was always quicker than everyone, really. I mean, he crashed out in the finals of the 2015 event, which was run by Jab, who just keeps going on about it.
Milking it.
He has to milk it. It's like milking it. So. But yeah, and that's probably the only time he's beat Banny.
He's also he's also the first Iseries champion. Back in 2016, he took the win. That was was it £2,500 or £5? I think it was a £5,000 prize purse split between the top three pilots. Yeah, and so he won that event, and it was dominant as well. There was no doubt about it because you even saw him backing off to conserve the quad so it didn't crash. So it's he's definitely one to watch.
Just your regular noob.
Yeah, it's just a regular noob, really. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Luke. So he'd probably wanted to like.
Sounds
retain
like you're
his title.
struggling to say stuff.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah, Luke, Banny UK, that guy. It's because I'm trying to multitask. It's really difficult. Streaming, chatting, like making sure everything's working. So the next pilot we're going to announce is going to be Alex Van Oven.
Oh no.
So, going off Victor's reaction, he's not too pleased about this news. But yeah, so one of the last three pilots is Alex Van Oven. So coming all the way from America. Well, I'd like to hear Victor's view of this because he doesn't seem very happy about it.
He's good. He's really good. I mean, I saw him. The first time I saw him race was in Istanbul. I think it's like a month ago. No, maybe a little more. And I had never raced guys like this, only European guys. And he took second place. Min Chang Kim took first, and they're really fast. I mean, they get on this track and they just send it like they say. He does have the same head as me, so I guess that makes me a good pilot as well.
It's all about
but the
what
thing
you
is,
wear.
he only races big open tracks. He doesn't race tight technical indoor tracks.
So
Yeah,
this could be a learning curve for him then.
I don't know what was that. What was that track in? Was it in Vegas where he flew with an X-Blades t-shirt on? Wasn't that quite technical?
Was that the?
That was Drobot Racer. Vanover was there. Can't remember who else was there.
Was that the one that Velocidrone had tryouts for?
I'm not sure. It had all LED lights. It was an indoor lit up, dark track, LEDs everywhere. Looked quite technical.
Was it earlier this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, Scully was the race director.
Yeah,
I think Mac was there, Mac Poshwald. So I wouldn't say he can't do tight technical tracks. We'll see.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting. It will be interesting to see how these pilots adapt. I mean, he flew at KDRA. That was indoor.
Oh yeah.
And he won that, didn't he? No, Min Chan won that. But they had like a battle, didn't they?
Leo saying European Masters in it.
Well, yeah, technically.
It's been hosted in Europe.
Yeah. So are you going to let somebody from outside Europe take the title of European Master? That's the question.
Yeah, Leo. You got to send it. So what's the restrictions on quads? Are we allowing 6S in this event?
6S is allowed.
Alright.
Maximum 5-inch props. We're enforcing that the tips get sanded down so they don't pop my gates. What else? Nothing massive. No DCR rigs, please, Brett. LEDs on the back arms, top and bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely good to be because it's part of an event as well. It'd be good for spectators.
Yeah, so you got to have LEDs on the back of your arms, on the back, rear two arms, top and bottom. So you'll have like 4 LED strips in total on your quad. So obviously you can see it from both sides. And they need to be able to change between 4 colours, which have already predetermined. Can't remember what they are. So yeah, that's basically it. There's obviously using VTX timing, so no transponders. 25 milliwatt max.
What, we're not using iLapse?
No.
Right. So yeah, Alex Vanover. Again, these two pilots, Luke, Alex, they're going to be very, very fast pilots. Very, very scary to go up against. So yeah, have fun, Victor.
What was it? What was your prediction, Victor? Saturday night?
Yeah, I'll be visiting the event.
Yeah, he's just happy that he's going to the event now.
We'll get you in on the live stream then.
There may be some kind of qualifying on Sunday morning. Yeah, I've not worked out the timings, so I'll have to work out how long it takes to do whatever final we decide to do. And there may be some rounds Sunday morning, so
otherwise I'll be checking out the food stats.
Yeah.
Just bring lots of cash.
Yeah, it's not cheap, the NEC.
Have we employed a T-boy?
Yeah, we have actually.
Is Chris Morley coming?
No, it's Adam Campbell.
Adam, oh yeah, I like Adam. What a guy.
AD FPV. He's in charge of brewing up.
Is he bringing all his wings?
No. He's bringing his tea bags, a variety.
Brett's
I really
saying,
don't. I'd rather him not teabag me, thanks.
Brett's saying weight maximum 5-inch. So is it maximum 5-inch, Ben?
Yeah, I did say 5-inch, didn't I?
Yeah.
6S lipo or lipo.
Lipo.
Lipo, yeah.
5-inch propeller. 5-inch propeller. Standard size quad. 300 mil probably max, which will rule out DCR rigs.
So yeah, that's it's going to be interesting because I know Vanover uses 6S. I've seen him using 6S in races, so it'd be interesting to see what they choose to fly this indoor track. Because depending on how fast the track is, it depends on how. I mean, what do you fly, Victor? Do you fly 6S?
No, we're still on 4S here. Belgium and Netherlands both at the official events still on 4S.
So do you think that's going to be a disadvantage to you on an indoor track?
I mean,
Somebody
that's the
else.
thing, right? I was thinking of should I make 6S tracks, should I prepare? But because it's indoor and in a small hall, I think I should be able to fare with 4S.
Yeah.
Loads of the Dutch guys will still be on 4S as well, so
You might be able to beat some people then.
It's
I mean, I'm beating Vince Irie. I'm just saying it now. That's the only guy actually.
so easy. You've laid down the gauntlet then. So the race off between you and Vince. Ben, are they in the same group?
Well, it
They are
depends,
now.
doesn't it?
He's already been in a group chat, been shit talking. He's the master of shit talking. He thinks this is MMA, by the way. So you'll notice at the event itself. Before the Dutch Nationals, he went crazy on shit talking on everyone, and he's already started for Iseries.
Oh right. Maybe it's a tactic.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
for sure.
He's trying to get into your head.
Yeah, that's
Do-
his tactic.
You do your talking on the track, innit, with your props.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. Many
So, yeah,
pups
I-
are like.
Talking about the difference between 4S and 6S, the kind of like feeling I get about that is that originally everyone was saying, yeah, it's going to be more efficient, you're going to be able to fly for longer and all that lot, but I think it's not really like that, is it? I think it's more of a case of, in my eyes, it's if you're racing a 6S quad, you're not really, the batteries are always good, do you know what I mean? You don't have to really choose a brand of battery, they all work fine.
It's the consistency, I find.
You're more locked in.
With a 4S quad, you've got to choose the best 4S battery, do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's all about power delivery, and a 6S battery, because it's pulling less amps, you don't need such a high C rating as what you would on a 4S quad, which is already stretching the performance ability.
Yeah. But you're not necessarily getting the longer flight time, it's just down to the fact that...
Yeah, your watt hour stays the same if you take a 1500 4S or a 1 amp 6S. The watt hour, which is the total capacity, stays the same. But you don't get a sag.
Yeah, you get no
You
sag.
don't feel the sag
Yeah.
as much as you do with a 4S, which I hope won't be a real problem indoors. We'll see.
Well, it depends how fast the track is, I think. If it's
I do actually have one 6S quad. I'll be bringing it for sure.
With Ben mentioning the elevation change, that's where you're going to be struggling with sag. Is if you're already going quite quickly and you need to change elevation quite quickly, that's probably where a 4S would struggle over a 6S.
it is essentially it's on the it's on the split S's and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's wherever you've got a very quick change of direction.
Are you saying there's a split S in the truck, Elliot?
No, I'm not saying anything, but that's where you.
That's where you suffer the most sag, I believe, between the two batteries.
Because you have to adjust your throttle compensation then, really. So when I'm flying between 4S and 6S, it's on 4S when you get to the end of your pack, you sort of have to compensate for all your cornering and stuff like that with your throttle. Whereas with 6S, everything stays the same every lap until the battery dies. So I think that's where people are getting, the consistency and stuff from, which it helps.
Everyone in the chat is going crazy over the prop rule. Then they're asking to make it 6-inch because you have the 51-inch props from HQ and JamFan.
That's technically under a 5-inch prop, isn't it?
I guess so.
Well, it's still in the 5-inch range.
They want it 4-inch. Okay, that's fine.
We've done 4-inch races on 5-inch quads, haven't we, Elliot?
Yeah, we have indoor races in very small spaces where it's
Like in the sides of a shed with 5-inch quads with 4-inch props, and they're still pretty quick.
Yeah, it's scary, that is. So Leo's saying he gets slightly longer flight times but no battery sag on 6S.
Yeah.
So which is exactly the same as what I find.
And you get a high response
Yeah.
because of the voltage.
So yeah, I'll look at that 5-inch. We're not going to 6-inch for sure. but to allow for things like the 5.1-inch props may step it up a little bit.
Yeah, I fly 551, 52 from Champion actually.
Yeah. There's some HQs that are 51s now as well. You
Well,
know,
that's still technically in the 5-inch range. So
Yeah,
like,
they're still sold as a 5-inch prop, regardless of the fact that it's slightly longer.
yeah.
So I think it's
as long as you're not into like the 6 range, everything up to 5.99.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
so-
about that. Not
shave the
not sure about that. I think 5.1 would be fine, but I'm not sure whether you even want to go up to 5.5 to be honest. But we'll see. Always open to negotiations and discussions. You know, try to be fair. But yeah,
It's good to chat about it, and it's nice to have it on stream as well to see what the pilots think and see what people think about it. It's good.
So, do we announce the last pilot then?
Yeah, so we best get to. So the last pilot is Min Chan Kim. All right, let's move on.
so a second Korean pilot.
Yeah,
So the last race I watched between Min Chang and Luke, it was a while ago, to be fair.
that was one
that
of
I
the
saw it.
KDRA ones, wasn't it?
Well, Luke crashed out.
Yeah, he did.
And he managed to recover with turtle mode. Cheap. And Min Chan took the win, but Luke took an early lead and ended up just freestyling the track in the end, and it was still bloody quick when he was freestyling it. So I think the two pilots are incredibly well matched. I think they're the main two to watch, and I think
As well as Brett, though. I think Brett.
yeah,
Brett
well, this is it.
Very much in contention this year with them.
The
Because
with
Brett's
Brett's
been beating Luke pretty much all year at DCL, so
yeah, it's Brett's consistency is where he's quick, isn't it? So
Yeah,
I think there's the four pilots. You've got Leo, Min Chang, and Luke and Brett. My four pilots, I believe.
I don't know about Vanover as well.
Not Vanover.
Well, I want to have three British pilots. You know,
You guys
top
also-
three.
No one knows Dennis Menema yet. He's good. He's always top in qualifying in the Netherlands and leading with seconds to spare.
Yeah, but do you beat him, Victor?
I've beaten him at Groningen, yeah, on a 1v1.
There you go.
It's a close one.
Meow.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got lucky. He did a way better qualifying time than me.
Yeah, well, a lot of that is again like your consistency. A bit of it's luck. I mean, catching.
I think he got a
like,
little bit of the stress during the elimination.
Yeah, a lot of it is how you deal with all that, isn't it?
I think for a lot of pilots, it's the reason I go for a British pilot is because it's home advantage. We're used to the type of flying that's going to be happening in the NEC. The majority of British pilots flying have already flown at the NEC. I think that's going to be a decider. It's going to be how the pilots deal with the video and the space that they're going to be flying in. It's going to be a totally different feel for it, I think.
True, yeah, with the time difference, I mean, I'll be jet lagged.
Oh
Get me
yeah.
excuses in early.
The 1 hour time difference.
Oh,
Make a difference.
that's gonna really ruin you. That is.
I know Min Chan is coming in like weeks before, because he's also racing somewhere in the Netherlands. I saw an announcement. Format PV, something.
Oh, you'll
I
have
know
to get some training in with him.
Oh, when Alex is flying, because I know in Istanbul, Thomas Bittmer actually, he had a really bad case of jet lag. He was falling asleep on the line.
Well, Leo does that, but he's from the UK.
He never eats.
No, like,
And
like-
eats cabbage, doesn't he?
one of the Iseries I went to, Leo was actually asleep on one of the sofas. So
Those
that-
sofas
that-
were comfortable, though, to be fair.
but that was because he was up like all night gaming, I think. More than likely.
Yeah,
so-
This event's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of good pilots there, and I say a lot of you guys. I say you know a lot of the guys from the Netherlands, so it's sort of a get together for you guys over in the UK.
Victor's in the Shat Lounge, you know.
Well, Victor is in the Shant Lounge.
Yeah, it's true.
He's
Brett
Wow.
threw me in there.
I
technically.
don't know how that happened.
I know, how did that happen?
Well, everybody
Brett was
snapped
at my house, we were training here, and was like, "You have to join this group. It's really funny." Then he threw me in there.
Who, Leo?
No, Brett.
All right, okay. Leo. It's usually Leo that adds the randoms.
I've never met Leo. So.
Usually the Rams leave. But, I think you've settled in quite nicely into the British band.
It's just sometimes you'll pick up your phone and it's like 99 plus messages, and you're just like,
Scratch to the bottom.
Well, you don't read them all.
no.
Religiously.
What if somebody's talking about you?
You tag. Don't you?
They probably are. More than likely. I'm usually the one that like causes drama. But you know. But I'd wake up when I'm on nights or something and I'd just be like, nah, I'm not reading them. Definitely not. So, I mean, we have our top 24 pilots. Well, top 24. All the 24 pilots. Which, they're all top 24 really, because they're all brilliant pilots. So it could go anyway, really. Really could.
What were the prizes, Elliot? Have we got a list of? Because obviously anyone that's not in the iSeries group and not seen it.
I don't know. What are the prizes, Ben?
Race Director's first prize.
Oh, right, okay.
Live stream
5,000
host gets second prize. Is that right?
Random guy joined in on the live stream when no one else was. Gets third prize, I think.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's it then.
I can't remember the actual amounts. Is it? It's like a 10k pot, isn't it?
I think it's 5 for the first place. And is it 2.5? I could find out. Sure, it's published somewhere.
Yeah.
I can really use that cash.
Better get some practice in.
You can pay for your flight home then, can't you?
I'm charging packs for tomorrow.
Yeah, I've not charged my packs yet, but I've got a poorly success quad at the minute.
I'm expecting to see over the next 4 weeks loads of pilots practicing flying in woods.
Okay, so here's the breakdown. Are you listening? First place, £5,000 sterling. Second place, £2,500. And third place, £1,500. Fourth place, £1,000.
Oh, fourth place still get some money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm aiming for, boys.
It's like that. Yes! Come on, I've got a
Fourth
chance.
place, then.
So for the people that are in the Shant Lounge, you'll quite like this. The conversion to euros is 5,069,650.
Oh, so if you win, you get 5,069. Oh, I like it. But then,
5,696 euros.
but then
and 50.
you'll get screwed on the exchange rate anyway. So
Just have it's a bank transfer, isn't it?
true. Yeah.
Do we have stupidly sized check to give out?
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, it's just sponsors.
I'm not sure. I'll speak to the main man.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just the guy that presses. I'm just the guy that presses the buttons.
Just,
you don't even do that anymore.
just
you put it on a
just
timer.
photocopy a check and explode it to like
No, I have got
A1.
one. As we used them for the stadium race, Sky Race, last year.
One
remember?
huge check.
Yeah, there was three huge checks.
You have a spare.
No,
You
we just get some printed out.
Just keep it in your
I've
wallet.
I've got like the PDF file like, print, so just add the text over it, print it out. Super large.
Fair enough. As long as you don't try and cash it. Like,
Yeah.
I would like to cash this check, please.
Try and make add lead weights to it so that it's over the 25 kilos, so they can't take it home.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying the money's leaving the UK.
Oh, it is for sure.
What does it convert to in the Korean currency?
Depends what currency it is.
Like 60 billion yen or something.
Yen,
Yeah, it-
isn't yen Chinese?
Yeah, close.
yeah, yen's Chinese.
It's close enough, isn't it?
The Kim Jong-un currency.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Is it? I have no idea. Is it one?
One.
So I'm getting 7,252,500 South Korean won.
Yeah, I get that
That
too.
sounds correct.
There we go.
7.2 million.
They'll
Yeah.
go home a millionaire.
It's going home a millionaire.
£1 is 1,451 almost.
Damn that exchange rate.
Apart
One.
from that,
Here you go. Listen to this. 1 is 0.00069 pence.
Spot on.
that sounds good. I like that.
So we all need to move to Korea.
Yeah, but a loaf of bread's probably about $1,000,001 or something. So
Life is 69. Yeah, but that would still be 69, wouldn't it? Because it's one.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Right, I've got to go.
So yeah.
Thanks for inviting me to be part of the stream.
Well, thanks for coming, Ben, and providing us
Thanks
with
for
loads of
coming up.
information, and it's been really good.
All right, thanks. Cheers.
Right, cheers.
Cheers, Ben.
Yeah.
Bye. So, what have we got left to do, guys? I mean, we can check out some of the pilots, stalk them on Instagram, which I might do.
So has anyone on the live chat, if we've got more than one viewer, anyone on the live chat want to talk about a particular pilot?
Anyone?
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. There's like 2-minute delay.
There is
Yeah.
a fair delay. I mean, let's just check out Victor and see what he looks like.
We can see it. Yes, let's do some Facebook stalking.
Currently,
Are you friends with him on Facebook, Elliot?
Victor van der Elst. That's not you. No, it is you.
that is me.
No, I'm trying to find you on Instagram.
Currently is the name.
Yeah. There you go. So unfortunately, we've only got me and John on here. Let's make him bigger. There you go. But I don't know who this guy is. Bit of a noob.
So what's
He's got
What's
2,000
saying?
followers though. It's 2,098.
Damn, this guy's famous off.
his Instagram? Nobody really cares about that, eh?
Yeah. I mean, here's look at it. Look, he's hanging out with Vince and Niels and this guy.
Niklas Jung.
So
We really did our homework on this one.
yeah, I know. Our research is awesome. This is our research. We're doing live research.
What make of batteries are those?
SLS, Stefan's Lipo shop. It's
Any
German.
good?
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, they give good punch. The 1800 is where it's at though.
1800.
There you go.
Those are 1500s.
Yeah,
I was going to say they're
1800's a
really
big
small
pack,
for
though.
1800s.
1800 is a big pack. I mean, we usually fly with what, like 13s, 15s max.
13 to 1600.
Yeah, but on
on
6S, I
4S.
guess. Oh,
On
4S.
6S.
Oh, look, Victor can run.
Oh, you've been beating the British pilots then. None of us run.
Yeah, we don't run
Right.
anywhere.
If you see a British pilot running, it's meaning his quad's on fire.
No, you don't even run then. We're just like not that bothered. It's like fire. It's like pff, yeah, well,
Yeah, with that, had that our
yeah.
where
I
somebody's quad was on fire. We're like, fire! And nobody's claiming it. I'm like, you're wearing the goggles.
Yeah.
You know it's your quad.
Go and get it. It's going to set the woods on fire. So
This
yeah.
guy was in DCL as well.
Oh yeah, it was like. Well, you actually on? Oh, you're on a podium.
Oh, damn.
Is that you there?
Yeah.
So you is that Quad Force One?
No, it's Jam Fan.
Gem fan,
Gem
Gem
fan.
fan. So he's actually flown with Jab before.
James Bowles.
James Bowles. So have you met James then?
No. I replaced James. In Team Jam.
Oh.
Oh, sorry about that,
He
James.
couldn't
So
bomb.
you went to the salt mines, didn't you? I don't think Jab could go or something, so you replaced him from there on.
It was in Brussels, and then salt mines as well.
Yeah, that looks like an awesome venue.
Yeah, Romania was crazy.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, you're quite well travelled by the looks of it. You've gone to quite a few events.
Not like we're jealous or anything, you know.
Yeah, I get stuck in my shed. We should just be better at racing, John. That's the whole truth of it.
There is that.
Team Hornets for the win.
This is, you know, all our hope rests on Ben, but then Ben didn't get an invite.
Has he got any videos? Are they any good? Oh, look at him flying up. Doesn't know where he's. Where are you? Oh, he's got lost.
I'm following this beer, this fine crate of beer.
Fair play.
It's really cool.
Got distracted. It's like, oh, do some laps. Oh, beer.
That's quite a big track compared to what we would fly.
Yeah, we would fly something a lot smaller. Was that one of the championship tracks?
From the Belgian National Championships.
Yeah.
But this is in.
Look at the size of those straights. Like whenever is between me and Elliot, we do a lot of track design and events, and we're well known. Our flying club, Del Hawks, is well known within the UK for putting on the best races, and we have a lot of pilot feedback on tracks, and one of them is stop putting straights in, because originally Delta Hawks used to be a big square, and there's lots of fast straights, and while it's fun, it basically your batteries came down like fire. And,
So who can we stalk now? Right, studio mode. I can't remember what pilots we've got. We'll start with Matt Evans. Let's go with Matt Evans.
who?
You know, that guy, Matthew Evans.
That guy. Add one. +2.
+2.
It's 3.
He's actually got more followers than Victor. Victor's like slum it.
Is this before he was a quad pilot though, or is that because of DRL?
I mean, check out that profile picture. Whoa.
I mean, it's looking straight at you.
I should have sent you a female
So-
version of that photo, shouldn't I?
Wrong way. There we go. Hi. He's definitely looking at me. Oh yeah, there's plenty of like Leo versions of that picture. We'll
yeah,
talk-
we need to. Once we've looked at Matt, we need to go on to Timothy Trowbridge and show everybody the
Oh, we'll get to Timothy. Don't you worry.
wipeout.
Don't you worry. We found the e-bike crash video. So Trowbridge is
Yeah, it
getting
was-
it.
Trowbridge's first British event, and he almost died.
Yeah,
It's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what to expect when you come to the UK.
This
There's
is
no
what
chance.
happens at
There's
the UK
no
events.
guarantee of going home.
I mean, no thing, but like not yesterday, but the day before, there was a documentary on Belgian television talking about the gangs of Birmingham.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Sounds
If
like a
you
great
want to
place to be.
if you want to see the gangs of Birmingham, search the Troll of Pipehays Park.
Oh, don't do that.
At our last iSeries event.
Yeah, you went for a fly in the park and got like abused by locals.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some like dog walker. So yeah, I mean,
That was in the local newspaper as well.
this is our local guy here. He's always trying to get in pictures.
Blakey FPV.
So if Blakey's there, he'll try and get in as many pictures as possible. He's also there, look, without even knowing it. He's in that picture.
I think this is where it began.
So yeah, well, Matt's our resident UK DRL pilot, and we don't let him forget it.
I think Matt must be raking it in and definitely Jet, obviously, because he won, so they can afford to shave. But the others,
Yeah, slumming it.
it seemed
Temple Claws. With a mere 918 followers.
Jeez, what a noob.
What a noob, man. Really is. So, he's at Worlds at the minute, by the looks of it. This picture confused me, because he's got a hoodie on. But, it looks like someone's photoshopped his head out. But that Worlds track looks quite... Oh, we're losing the stream.
Yeah, you're just getting a bit of buffering then.
Yeah.
My end as well.
We're dropping quite a lot of... We're dropping quite a lot of frames for some reason. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's about
Really
here.
choppy.
Maybe it's because we opened Timothy Trowbridge's Instagram account. It's actually ruined the stream. We should be back now. It looks like we're streaming okay again now.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So yeah, DCL pilot. And he's been really good. He's been really good at DCL this year. He's flown some. He's beat quite a lot of people in his races. And I've enjoyed watching the DCL races. I mean, I know Victor's always on a live stream somewhere, but
Yeah, I love the live streams actually.
yeah, you always seem to be on one of them. Every time I tune in, and you just see Carbon V commenting all the time. I'm like, oh right, Victor's here. Hey Victor.
The thing is, I always do study, but when there's a race on, yeah, I mean, study or watching a live stream, I know what to choose.
Yeah, just get distracted then.
Actually, I have to study right now. I should actually get back to it.
You're studying the competition that you've got for this race coming up.
Yeah, that's it. It's it's all part of
I mean, this counts.
your process.
But we've got an interesting video for you guys. So this is from an e-bike race that Timothy Trowbridge did. So Timothy is
The one at the front.
no, he said, do you think he's there? I think he's the one at the back, and then he goes to overtake and goes down. Boff.
It's like an episode of Scarred.
It is brutal. It really is.
Heads up to Chris G FPV for sending us the video.
It just it just catches the side of the road and
And he goes down hard.
it really just to go
Yeah,
down
you get
hard.
tank slap that one was, wasn't it?
You can feel the shoulder just crushing.
Oh, look at that! Look. Oh man, and they were going quite fast as well. They must have been going
It's about 30 mile an hour those bikes were in at that time.
yeah. So this is what we do to pilots that come to our UK events. So you probably go home with an injury, Victor. More likely.
It's okay, we've got the NHS, you'll be covered.
Right.
You might not get seen for 6 weeks, but you'll be covered.
Well, I think he was picking bits of gravel out of his hand for a long time. I think he had to go to hospital and get it all removed. He went down really hard. Luckily, this was literally after the event had finished and everyone was packing up. Yeah, that would have hurt. That would have definitely hurt. But again, Timothy is a top class pilot.
Really nice guy as well.
Yeah, really nice guy. Alfie Mitchell, another one to look out for, because at Weston Park he was on the tail of Gary the whole time. Really was. So watching them, both of them fly through the track, it was they were neck and neck. So
He's the guy that went to Korea, right?
yeah, he went to Korea. So there's solid effort, like a solid competitor. I mean, these guys haven't competed on the international stage so much, but definitely building experience for these guys, and I think he'll do really well. Really well. Yeah, that's them going to Korea.
Yeah, something I noticed with Alfie from when he started attending the races. Well, started noticing him last year. He was very quick when he first started. It was just his consistency, and I think 2018 his consistency has matured, and he's at the top the majority of races that he comes to. So he's Alpha's definitely one to watch. He's also attended Iseries as well.
Yeah, he's flown in Iseries before, and he does a lot of indoor flying. I mean,
yeah, they've got the sports hall, haven't they?
So this is a video from some indoor flying that he's been doing. I don't know if that audio is coming through. No.
Yeah, it's coming through. I can hear it.
Yeah, well, I think that's just coming through my headphones, which are like up here. But if it was coming through into the stream, it'd be like ridiculously loud. So it's a good thing, really. But yeah, awesome pilot. I mean, this is flying indoors in a skate park. Very consistent. I mean, these are small gates as well. I mean, these are like the really small pop-up gates that you can buy. So yeah, he's always practicing indoors, so he'll be quite good at the indoor events. But yeah, definitely one to watch out for. He's got a lot of experience flying.
I think the group of pilots they've got racing at Iseries for this event there's a good mix between super fast, super consistent. Because it could be anybody's game at the end of the day. Because if they're consistent enough to stay within reach of the fastest pilots, those fastest pilots could go down.
Yeah,
and you may find the guy he might not be the fastest.
Yeah,
he might not be the fastest pilot, but there's potential for being up the top. And I think every single pilot on that list has got the chance to take a podium.
So moving on to Dino, Ghetto Dino. I'll say you probably flown with Dino more than most people. I would have thought, Victor.
Yeah, I mean he's really calm all the time. At the last races like Istanbul and Italy, he's been struggling, switching back and forth between DRL and normal quads. But if he's been training, he will be training.
Oh yeah,
he's a strong competitor.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's say with the DRL, he's in DRL, and it is difficult switching between, because I know Mark Evans switches between DRL and normal quads, and them DRL quads are just so much bigger and heavier, and it's such a different style of flying.
When we've got Matt at our practices, when he's flying his DRL quad, you can see it takes a lot more effort to make it change direction compared to one of our quads. So it's probably a lot harder to stay consistent with such a large quad. And then when you jump back to something half the weight, it's got to be difficult, because you all of a sudden feel like you're doing warp speed.
Yeah, it's very different. Definitely. So then we've got Vince Irie, Jedi FPV. Again, like, watching the progression of some of these guys, like, I went through some of his videos the other day, and like, the progression of people was like just ridiculous. They get so much better, so like really quick. I don't know, I've not really looked at any of these videos, so. But this is from your drone.
This is the Dutch national finals.
Yeah, Dutch nationals. Weekend. So, I'm guessing you were there. Did you win it?
No, I'm Belgian.
Oh, I don't know. Like, this Europe.
It's all the same country. It's all the same country.
So did you go to? So you're Belgian national championship.
Yeah, and I'm Belgian national champion.
So is that the one that Leo won last year?
That's Denmark.
Oh,
Denmark.
They're really close.
They are further away than London and Scotland.
Yeah, we don't go to the Scottish events.
There's already guaranteed risk of rain.
But yeah, Vince seems a pretty quick pilot and seems like a pretty chill guy.
Well, when it gets heated, he does well.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's we've got a similar mix of pilots like that in the UK where because they're taking it so seriously, especially when there's money involved. You've got a little competition where the stress gets to you. You know, I've seen even the coolest of pilots lose their cool massively, and I think it takes a certain kind of person to stay 100%. Walking the line the entire time. So I can definitely.
The next pilot is actually one that can do that very well.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find him. I can never spell it.
It's Sir Crashlot. Just
Yeah.
type Sir Crash.
I can't spell. There we go.
So, Victor, other than yourself, who do you want to see? Other than yourself winning, who do you think is likely to win it? Have you watched any of the videos of the previous Iseries?
I haven't watched an Iseries video actually. I should probably. I mean,
Because there's plenty of DVR examples of what Iseries is like, and it is bad.
after Istanbul, seeing both Hanover and München, for some reason I don't know why they appear to be on a level. Like, I was so much ahead of everyone else. Even a guy like Thomas Mana wasn't able to keep up with these two.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they have a good shot at the podium if they can overcome the challenges of, another country, flying indoors, bad video, technical tracks, but they should be able to. And then, I mean, the local UK guys all seem to be really fast. Leo, is Gary coming? No.
No, Gary's not coming.
No, we have got Gary.
We've got Brett.
And then Dennis Manoff, I'm a fan of him. He's a really cool dude. He's super chill from the Netherlands, and he's fast.
Yeah.
I see him on the top of qualifying for sure. The question is if he can keep it together during the knockouts.
What do you think it'd be like flying indoors?
Oh, we did it in Groningen, so either Groningen, and they are used to it as well.
All right, cool.
The weather here isn't much different. One in the UK, maybe a little better, but we fly a lot of indoors as well.
Yeah, we're pretty much forced to fly indoors like in winter, but it's difficult to find venues. I mean, we would love to run like some more indoor events, but venues is just a hard thing to find.
Well, unless you got loads of money, then it's easy. But
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
what kit do you run for your video?
I'm TBS pilot, so of course Unifies.
Yeah.
And then near XC and Pass. I always pick the LCP because for some reason most people fly RHCP, so we get a little bit less.
Oh, you're
distortion.
gonna screw the stream, man. Because all the stream is like right hand. So
Yeah, you see, everyone always picks right hand for some reason.
That's
why
all
I
right, Elliot. I've got left hand antennas as well, so I'll bring them with me.
I'm not swapping every race though.
Just let me
And,
put two on.
I use Clearview. I have a Clearview ground station. It's never failed me.
So yeah, something we noticed with previous SE and I series events. Clearview works really, really well when it works, but the moment if it struggles, it just doesn't seem to want to play ball. I don't know whether that was an early firmware.
I got no clue. I mean, it's always worked wonders for me, Clearview.
Yeah, it's definitely
One of the
something in
best
the NEC it works.
purchases I've done.
Neil's FPV.
He's a cool dude. He won the Dutch National Championship.
Yeah. Dutch national champion 2018. He quickly put it into his Instagram
He's
thing.
progressed a lot last year. He's
Get
gone
them
from-
sponsors.
Yeah, man. So you use little like launch pads like we do. Everyone loves their launch pads. I'm like not too bothered, but
Yeah, but you don't. You still stick arm, Elliot.
yeah, I do still stick arm.
People still stick arm.
No, Elliot still stick
No,
arm.
I still stick arm.
Jeez.
I would
It
say
also doesn't have idle throttle, do you?
I don't run
It goes
air
to
mode,
zero
no.
when you drop to zero throttle.
Really? Whoa.
no, it means no one can fly my quads, basically.
I mean,
It's great.
I know Bastian Hackel, Zaki FPV used to be like that, but he switched to an arming on Switch now. I think it's because he switched to flights using Flight 1, and
Alright.
they require you to do so.
Alright, I'm still on beta flight 1 or something like that. No, it's just something I got used to. I'm just like an old school flyer. I've been flying since the start, so it was just something I got used to at the start and then never really moved away from. So I don't know.
I think something we always say to the new pilots coming in is don't change your gear every week, because they look at sponsored pilots and they think that it's all this great thing to be sponsored, but actually it's quite difficult when you're asked to test new equipment and you're like, well, I don't want to. I want to stay on the kit I've got because I know that works.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, I always found like the consistency. So I've been flying the same sort of setup for the last about a year at the minute. Like some of my motors are like over a year old, and I can still like compete with the top sort of like 10-15 pilots in the UK, and like it's not because I've got like the latest gear and the newest motors, and it's just because I know how my equipment runs and I know how it feels, and I'm very confident with it in the air. So I
think, however, it's changing. It didn't matter that much. It used to not matter that much what we were running. You could win with whatever setup. But like I said, yeah, I mean, in Istanbul, Minchan was running a faster setup than Alex Vanover, and Alex Vanover was at full throttle, and he could barely keep up anymore, while Minchan still had some space to go faster, just because his motors allowed it. He was using the F60's 2700, while Minchan was using these road-to-ride motors, and they were just slower.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. Like, because I mean, I use like 2300 kVs on 4S, like. But
Yeah.
like using like 27s is like ridiculous. It must melt your batteries.
Oh, I'm on 27 as well. I mean, it's fine actually.
But yeah, you're running like 1800 batteries though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So whereas we're running like 1300s usually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we tend to a lot of us for 4S setups, you sort of find that 2400 to 2500 kV is about the sweet spot. Where you get the performance without destroying the battery on every pack.
That's where a battery sponsor comes in handy.
There is that. It's,
yeah,
Which, I mean, I don't
They're
think
kind
it's
of
a problem
elusive.
for Minchan Kim.
no, yeah, there is that. Like, yeah, I've smoked a battery. I'm not going to spend like another 40 quid on a new battery. Like for us,
I suppose when you're at that level, you've got to have a kit that's going to perform for you. But then, with 6S, majority of people have gone low kV to maintain an efficiency. Do you see it going where people are going to start creeping up the kV to try and get that edge on performance?
It's already like that. I mean, I knew they did in DCL. Team Flight 1 was running a 2300 kV on 6S, which is ridiculous.
yeah, that is ridiculous.
It's like running a 3100 kV on a 4S.
Yeah,
I suppose it's one of those. Do you push it for that extra performance, or do you want to finish the race? I guess you're risking, especially at that kV, you're probably risking burning stuff out.
I mean, they got that stuff. I mean, there's the Spark 32 ESC. It's really good, and it did hold up. I don't think they burned many.
yeah, the technology's definitely getting a
Or
lot
at
better.
all. I know that the new T motor is also capable of holding up to a lot of abuse.
Yeah, we've seen the abuse that Brett gives it, and
yeah.
he swears by it. So
So I'm just checking out Shaggy FPV on his Instagram now.
See, this is something I think about the DRL pilots is they've probably got a little bit of an advantage at Iseries. Even though their tracks are very large, there's a lot of obstacles and a lot of tight space flying, and they're flying a much larger quad. So, in theory, a smaller quad's going to be easier for them.
Yeah, they're going to be a bit more used to flying on a larger stage as well, because there's going to be a fair bit of public at this event as well. So not that it really matters because you've got goggles on, but there's always that little bit of pressure there.
You feel it. You always feel it when you get on the stage.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, you have people that enjoy it as well. I know Vince Iseries, he loves attention
well, he's like a showman, isn't he? Like
that's Vince Iseries.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like when I started doing research for this, and like is like the first thing you put on YouTube is like Vince Iseries, and it comes up with him like on The Voice, Voice in the Netherlands, and it's like he did like really well in it by the looks of it as well. And like you can tell he's just like a showman, and like he's out there and like loving it.
Yeah, that's what it's about, isn't it? Regardless of a race, at the end of the day, it's the people you spend your time with. Because it's, for a lot of us, it's you spending your precious time with a load of blocks in a field, essentially.
Yeah, it is at the minute. But moving on to Jab. Jab's like UK pilot, and he's gonna be one of the nicest people like in the UK scene.
Yeah, he's the nice guy of FPV, and he's such a good ambassador for the sport as well.
Really is.
Yeah, he's definitely. The first time I met Jab was at the first Iseries, and we've been friends ever since. And I think we were at the 2016 Nationals together. That was that way. I think you came 8th or something, didn't you, Elliot?
Yeah, 7th, something like that.
With your stick arming quad.
Oh yeah.
Really got to know Jab.
You guys do preloading in the UK?
Yeah, some people do.
So flat stands and then preloads.
Yeah, some people do. Like, cool. I don't because I stick on, but you know.
If someone tells me whether they're on a preload, I'll change the design of the track so that it's into a hairpin corner at the very start.
they'll still preload.
Just crash into the first gate.
Yeah, we just put a wall like the other side of the gate. So let's move on to Chris Knight, Special K. He's got 269 followers. 69. Ooh.
My question would be: will Chris be wearing trousers or shorts? Willie will be wearing shoes.
Yeah, he doesn't wear shoes a lot of the time. So
he's one of those guys.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
One of those guys.
But here's a video from indoor flying actually. So.
Oh, this is the sports hall that Alfie flies at as well.
Yeah, so these guys, this is like really tight.
Oh, that's small.
Yeah.
We have flown in a lot smaller than that. Like half the size of that. With 5-inch quads.
Yeah, me and John used to fly like indoor, like in winter a lot of the time, but yeah, he's probably flying a 6-inch quad now and him, but yeah, they fly in these sports halls and it is really small, so they're very good at these small, tight technical tracks. And it's actually really scary when you're flying in a space that small because, I mean, they've got like a little net there, but like you can so easily crash into yourself. But yeah, again, Chris Knight, awesome guy. I mean, this is at our British Champs.
Sick.
Well, all them 3 pilots go into Iseries.
What's Lions? Is it some team they have?
Yeah, so that's the Quad Club Lions that was a team that did they form it especially for Iseries last year, or was it they were kind of a team already, weren't they?
I think they were a kind of team already, but yeah, they got shirts for Iseries last year.
Oh, nice.
But But yeah,
Fancy.
there's Final Rush as well with like it's got Leo, John, Smokey's in there, Alfie. You've got Matt Evans in that as well. So they're like a team of like sort of the top, quite a lot of the top pilots. I mean, they haven't got me yet, so
They're not allowed you, Elliot.
no. But yeah, I mean, and then there's our team, which is Hornets, which is me, John, Ben, and well Ash, but I've not seen Ash in a while. We've lost.
I think
We've lost.
Ash is on a break.
Yeah.
Ash is.
Oh yeah, you guys got all these guys quitting.
Yeah, we've got a quit gate.
We've had like 4 people quit, and it's kind of nobody actually cares because we just want to get on with what we want to do. We don't, quit. That's up to you.
Yeah,
get on with
we
it.
Just carry
move on.
We just carry on. We enjoy what we do. So I've been working.
I think
on
the quit shirt
was
the quit shirt was just made to take the piss, really.
Yeah, we need.
Which is basically what we do.
Had a shirt.
We just turn up to races and take the piss out of everyone.
Which you'll find out, Walter. Victor.
That's his new name now, Elliot. Walter.
Well, it's because I'm looking at Walter's Instagram account.
I'm gonna call him Walter now.
My brain's fried now. I'm running out of live streaming power. But yeah, Cherry FPV. I've not really seen him fly much, so I don't actually know how good he is.
He makes a pretty good frame, so I'd say he's probably pretty good.
He's right. He's all right. But he's been focusing on all random other stuff.
Yeah.
He's that guy that never trains, but still shows up to race being able to fly.
Yeah. And we get them.
Yeah, you.
Well, yeah, me, yeah.
Because, you and me, we turn up to races and we're like, oh, yeah, I haven't flown for months because I've just been doing this, and that, and so I just haven't had time. Oh well, we're just fly for fun.
I mean,
most of the time we're in an organising.
Yeah, I mean, me and John do a lot of race organising in the UK, as well as many other people in our club, which is awesome. But we've also got families, and
we need more organisers
and stuff. Yeah, definitely. We definitely need more organised, and we're getting more in the UK. Definitely, there's more and more events.
I think this is what we do. We just we make sure that we get into the events. Of course, no.
The only way we can get in is if we organise them ourselves.
Yeah, that's it. So if we want to fly, we have to organise.
Strategy.
Well, one of our events is it Moira? Moira, that's like
Moira.
Our first event of the year. It sold out within an hour.
It's 30 minutes.
Yeah, so like half an hour we sold a 50 pilot event or something, is it? About 47 pilots?
Yeah, so we run 7 pilots in a race. We could run 8, but people are worried about that in the UK for some reason. So we run 7 pilots for all our events. But
yeah, we sold out within half an hour, and that's how like popular our events are. But it means there is the market there, and it's we definitely need more race organisers, which we're getting. We're definitely getting more in the UK.
Yeah, because we get guys travelling from all across the UK, even just to come down for practice days at our club. Just but then we wouldn't be where we are without the pilots. Talking of families, that's your wife.
It is my wife, and I've just put the phone down on her, so she'll be angry. One sec.
Yeah, I'm in the caravan and I've locked the door.
Ah, right. Right. Unless it's some emergency, which I hope not.
She's going into labour.
Well, yeah, she is heavily pregnant, so it's possible. We'll quickly go through the rest of these pilots. So I mean, we are on like 2.5 hours on the stream now, nearly. So we'll wrap it up.
Is there anyone actually watching?
Yeah, there's
Still 7 people, it says.
I don't.
Oh, that's all right. 7 people.
We'll bring it home for them 7 people. But Leo FPV, again, awesome pilot. He's flown so well this year, winning our event, nationals as well.
Yeah, he didn't just win our event. He killed it.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
Absolutely killed it.
And again, that was with like not a lot
I'm
of
keen
practice.
to race against him. I mean,
Yeah,
he's been to many international events, apart from the Danish one that he randomly went to.
Yeah, he's went to that one. Went to
there's our trophies, John.
Ibiza, wasn't he? Yeah, that's our trophy.
Yeah, we made them. Is this from our event? This is from our event, isn't it?
Yeah, that's our event.
So this is one of the events we put on in the UK.
So this is the track we designed.
It looks like a fun track to fly.
Yeah, so this was at like our local rugby club, and we were quite lucky to get this venue because it was such an awesome venue. But this is like one of the bigger tracks in the UK. I mean, it was the size of a rugby pitch, so this is one of the bigger tracks. But it flowed really well, and
we struggled to keep that down to size, really.
It's definitely fun. Definitely fun to fly. But yeah, Leo is just super consistent. I mean, if you watch him every lap, he's just super consistent. Keeps really tight lines. But yeah, this is sort of one of the bigger tracks that we fly. But
there we go. They got a free ad at Final Rush.
Yeah. Oh, they'll love that. If I can edit it out within the next 10 seconds.
Is Blakey in it? We need to put Blakey's face on it.
Yeah.
Then it's an official Final Rush merchandise.
Dennis Menema. What's his pilot name? It's Drone, isn't it?
Droned FPV, isn't it?
I think it's just like I don't know if I can find him. Has he not got an Instagram? Surely he's got an Instagram. It's not cool enough. If I spelled it right. I can't actually find him. Do you know if it's actually got an account? I think I've lost... Have we lost Carbon V?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I believe so. Or you've muted him.
I've not muted him, no, we've lost him. He's gone. He's got bored. You've got bigger, John, in our chat, so...
I got much bigger. Hold on. There we go. Live stream sponsor.
Menace, yeah. I mean, Menace have helped us out really, like, quite a lot this year.
I think Greg's one of those guys that he's helped out people. He's built a really good team, actually. The Menace pilots has got a really good group of guys.
Yeah, definitely. Right, well, we'll move on anyway. Because time is pushing on, and I've got to go out. So...
I've got to go to work.
So, is Gooch must have one? Adam Gooch.
Of course, Gucci's got a profile.
Gucci. But yeah, Gucci, again, another awesome pilot. We've got him flying in the woods. He's definitely improved loads this year as well. I remember first watching Gucci and thinking, who's this guy? He must like Gucci stuff. But it was just his name.
And he's you'll always see Gucci in a purple top.
Yeah, purple hoodie.
He's,
it's the big cuddly teddy bear, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. If you don't get a Gucci hug, it's not worth attending the event.
Well, yeah. Right, who's next? Brett. Well, Brett doesn't need any more any more publicity, but here's Brett.
So maybe you should scroll back earlier in Brett's drone racing, because Brett's FPV name is Collision FPV, and it was all because he was crashing. So,
He just doesn't crash anymore.
Early on. No, he doesn't. So his name is kind of redundant.
Yeah.
Do you think he should name it to Brent? Brent FPV.
Brent FPV. He loves it. He really does. I mean, he crashed there. I don't know why that was a crash. Did he like? Oh, alright. He must have fail-safed or something. Yeah, he must have fail-saved, and his quad just like broke.
Well, that was the lucky one where it went through the bars.
Yeah, was that the one? That's probably
That was
one,
a drone base, I believe.
That's probably the one that Harry.
Oh yeah, if Harry builds it, you can't trust it.
Yeah, it's more than likely where it went wrong. Right. Next up, we have Sungju Park, which I think
I've had a look at some of the videos that I could find. There wasn't much that I could get onto actually.
No, I can't
but
find much about him.
There's
It's
he looks fast and consistent, but like you say, the tracks out in Korea just seem to be massive. So it seems to be almost a lot of these pilots are really good when they're on the envelope of speed. So it'd be a definite test. They have to actually slow down.
Rob Saxton with his 85 followers. It's got one picture on Instagram. That's a video.
Should we could get him 7 more followers. The guy's watching the live stream.
Yeah, can we
follow?
Go follow Bug5532 on Instagram. Give Rob some love, because he is a ridiculously quick pilot. He's really, really good, and he's a really nice guy as well. And he's a game developer, so we've seen him at the last Iseries. He was like peddling his games because it was Insomnia. Well, last 3 pilots we'll quickly check out is Vanover. So Captain Vanover, Bosch. So 2017 USA National Drone Racing Champion, DR1 racing pilot, racing his signature frame. Again, just these guys are on like another level. They really are. And what you notice from like watching their feeds, it is that they don't make mistakes. It's not as if they don't make mistakes. They just stay online, and they don't. You never see them like correcting, like.
Yeah, I think with a lot of the top pilots, they're not going out to fly, or they don't go to practices the way we do. We go to practice, and we do okay. We do okay at races, but these guys go out and train.
Yeah,
they'll set out a particular track. They'll set out a particular maneuver. They'll be training like. Well, it's like any sport. You've got to train to be the best.
Yeah,
and these guys go out and they repeat over and over again the same thing.
They figure out what they're bad at and then just train on that and train. So
I think that's where it'll come in. It'll be the person that's trained the most for this that will walk away with the win.
Oh, look at them! They're hugging. So yeah, I suppose it would be a bit of a reunite for them to some guys. I'm guessing they've been racing together quite a bit anyway. So him versus Minchan again. Quick look at Minchan. I'm sure he's on here, unless Korea blocks it all. No, Minchan's on here. He's just got FPV life.
One of the videos I was watching earlier was Min Chan back at the World Drone Prix when he was in the freestyle round, and I think he was flying that line of sight. I was like, "There's no way you could be doing this FPV." But now, when you think to what some of the guys can do with quads, FPV,
yeah.
you think actually it's probably entirely possible.
I mean, this looks like a fairly tight track. He's got a really weird aspect ratio to his videos as well. They're like really wide. Whether that's how he flies, like 16:9, whereas most people fly 4:3. Like everything I've seen's been like wide, like really wide. But
Yeah, a lot of people struggle with that because it gives you a false depth of field kind of thing.
It depends if you've got the goggles to match it, I suppose, and the camera and whatever. But like, it's just ridiculous. Like the consistency and like you basically predicting the track while you go around it. It'd be really nice to see some of these pilots like face to face. So when we're doing this live stream, it'd be really good to meet all these guys and chat with them, and hopefully get them on the stream.
Yeah, have a chat, see what their process is, how they feel they've got to where they've got.
Yeah, definitely.
Just at the end of the day, the sports, although it's big in some respect, it's really kind of small fry still. So it's still got a lot of growing to do. So these guys are at the forefront of it now, and it'll be interesting to see where they are in 5 years.
Yeah, Bunny with the 17.8k followers, obviously the biggest biggest Instagrammer, but like he's been killing it outside of the racing scene as well with all these like snowboarding videos and stuff.
Yeah, they did the Audi 8s, didn't they?
No, it's 9s.
Audi 9s. Okay.
He didn't do that this year. He might have done it last year.
I think it's in this year's season, wasn't it?
Oh, it's a ski. Yeah, it's a skiing. There's a mountain bike one as well. That was done by Johnny FPV and someone else.
So one of my favourite videos is still Bunny at the Good Festival of Speed in Porsche, where
trying to keep
the guy gives it the guns in the Porsche, and Bunny is a bit taken aback while he's still flying. It's got that the motion sickness that you would have been involved in that. Oh my god!
Massive lineup though. We've got a massive lineup of pilots, but I mean that's about it then for the stream. To be honest.
Yeah, we'll be seeing you all in December.
Yeah. So me and John have been hosting stream, and John will be at Iseries as well doing the stream. I might not be there, depending on how my missus goes with the pregnancy and the birth of my child, which obviously comes first. But yeah, so John's going to be there, and maybe a couple of other people helping him out. So we'll see. But
hopefully we can get a good live stream going and keep you guys in the loop and watch some good racing.
But so hopefully everyone has enjoyed this pre-stream. It was good to have a chat with Victor, and thanks for Victor coming on because he knows.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's useful to have someone that knows the other half of the pilots.
Yeah, he knows a lot of the pilots from the Netherlands, so it's nice to have his input. But also to have Ben on, so thanks for Ben coming on and just explaining some of the rules and what's going on with the track and with the drones and so on. So that was really nice to have on the stream, and hopefully you guys have really enjoyed this. So please like the video,